Hello everyone, I'm Hit and me and my friends are currently student of Master of Applied Computing course in the University of Windsor, and this is the presentation for the web search engine project which was developed in the Java, and the ID was Eclipse, and presented to the Professor Mehdi Firozi. So let's begin. So this is the roadmap of the project. Firstly, we will start with the introduction of the team members, then followed by the overview of the web search engine, flow chart, and the features. Then the brief demo of our project, future scope, and the references that we have used to develop the project. Introduction of the team members and the rules. So we were three members in the team, Hiten Patel, Hed Patel and Rutvik Latia. We were all responsible for the different parts of the project. Hiten was responsible for the string searching algorithm for the brute force search and the ranking and indexing of the web pages. I was responsible for the web crawler feature and the HTML to text conversion, and Rutvik Lathia was responsible for the spell checking keywords and the pattern matching with the help of regex. In other words, to give the suggestions for the entered keywords. Overview of the web search engine. So, what is search engine? Web search engine is a simple program that helps the user to search any keyword in the web, like Google or Yahoo or DuckDuckGo, which allows user to enter a certain length of strings, and based on that string, it will try to give the answers to the user. The search engines go beyond to that and also extract the information from the public databases and give the suggestions like YouTube videos or some images as well. Usually they try to provide the real-time results. For example, if you try to search a football live match, then it will give the live score of the football or a cricket match. So that's how the search engine works, and Google and Yahoo are the famous search engine. Our search engines is a pretty basic one, which allows user to enter a word for the string as a string, and it will first download some HTML pages from the web and convert them to the text. And based on that text files, the searching will be performed, and the output will be displayed to the user according to the web pages that have been downloaded in the earlier stage of the program. Now we will explain the features and the concepts that were involved in the program. So this is the list of the features. The first one is a web crawler or web page crawling. Second one is the HTML file or text HTML file to text file conversion. Then searching the string or the search, indexing and ranking of the web pages, spell check or distance matching, and last one is the associated links. Crawling. So mostly it is the basic part of any web page search or the search engines. Without it, it cannot be possible to search in a web page. Like the web crawlers usually crawl to the web and try to get the information and store it in particular area, so it will be useful for the future use. The example of the crawling is Google and Yahoo, which uses crawling to show the result to the user, and we have also used the same method to show the result of the search engine. This is the flow diagram of the crawling. The web crawler first go to the web and start to crawl around the web page and try to get as much URLs as they can, and collect the data and create a repository of the data so it can be used in the further usage. So normally the web crawlers are the key part of any web search engines, and people who download the web crawler or use that web crawler like to keep it as a secret so that anyone cannot perform the or produce the same work as they have produced. Most websites nowadays allow crawlers to crawl around, so it can have the more presence around search engines, so that user can interact with their websites, and that's why they allow the crawlers to crawl for it. Next one is HTML to text conversion. Crawler download the HTML file from the web, for which we have given it the website link, and the HTML files that are downloaded will be converted by these functionalities, and these converted text files will be used as a data set for searching a particular string. For the search engine, it's like the main function of the whole product, because user will enter the string over here, and the backend program will try to give the suggestions or the answer according to it. We will try to explain the into the depth in the code. We have used the brute force search algorithm for our searching. It's the basic algorithm that normally uses by the hackers, or like it is also known as the exhaustive search, because it usually try to match every possible item in the file. So the time complexity for the brute force search is usually higher than any other searching algorithm. This is the basic example of the brute force search. For the given string, this pattern will be tested one by one, each character at a time. So it will take higher time to find the pattern. Indexing and ranking. So the page will be indexed in this part of the process, and the ranking will be done by based on the search that we have performed, like how many times the word was occurred in the particular file. So spell check, it is the edit distance. In edit distance algorithm has been used. It will try to give the suggestions based on the given string by the user, and the regular expression or the associated links. It will try to find the particular pattern which is lookalike of a link. So our program will give the suggestion of the link that is present in a particular HTML file. So basically we have used java.util.regex package to implement this feature. This is the flow diagram of the whole project.
Before going into the live demo, me and my friends will explain the feature of the web search engine. So for the first feature, I have defined the class web page search for the web crawler, and the max depth and limit has also been defined as 3 and 350, and I have also defined the page link has set in which the URL will be stored for URL will be stored. So in the get page link function, the web crawler will try to crawl in the Priyansulog website, and it will crawl and get the URLs of the particular web pages that is available within that website, and it will store into the URLs in the page links has function. So it will go down into the particular depth of the website in which user wants to find the web pages. In the link download function, each link that is stored in the page link has the function, the HTML page will be downloaded in the particular location, which is source/project/HTML files, and if there is any error occur during this program, the exception will handle it according to that. So now the next function in which this HTML downloaded file will be used, and the function will be explained by my teammate Hiten Patel.
Hello Prof, my name is Hiten Patel. I am the second teammate of this team. Basically, I was in charge of developing two important features. First called HTML to text conversion, and second is web page ranking. In addition, I have included a feature called occurrences of specific word in the text files. As you can see, I created a class name called convertFile that is used to convert HTML files into text files using JSoup. Basically, JSoup fetches a URL and extracts data from an HTML file, as well as manipulating and converting data into a document. After that, I grabbed all the content from the document and created a string that had all the data of that document. I eliminated the HTML extension using the split method, and to make a text file, I added the .txt extension. Basically, you can see I used a try catch block throughout the sample to handle any exception that may arise in these code snippets. Now, this HTML to text class contains the main function from which the above convert file is called. This main function also verifies whether the HTML files in the specified directory exist or not. If the HTML file does not exist, the webpage search.java file will be called first, which will basically download the web pages from the URL of specific website. Apart from this, as you can see, the brute force.java file, which perform the rest of my features. This class serves the purpose of two features of our search engine called indexing and ranking, as well as finding occurrences of specific word in converted text files. This handle method is used to read all the content of text files using the buffer readers object, and also this counts the number of times a given word appears in the text files. After finding certain word occurrences in each file, I used sorting to rank all the files based on those occurrences. As you can see, the search one function returns the offset of the first match of that pattern, or return n if the pattern was not found in the specific file. It also shows the number of times a pattern appears in each individual text file. So, from my perspective, Prof, this is everything. Now, my other teammate will go over the remaining features, and also he deliver a live demonstration of our web search engine. Thank you, Prof.
Hello Prof, my name is Rutvik Lathia and I will explain my two features first, and after that I will give the demonstration of our code. So first, my feature is edit distance, and this is the feature which is basically to suggest the keyword which is suitable for the search. So I have made here the suggest class, and for that for suggesting the keyword I am using the edit distance function. So here it is the edit distance function, and the whole concept of this edit distance function is to suggest the keyword which is wrongly entered by the user. So we are using the word 1 characters and word 2 characters for these, and we will do the insert and replace and delete keywords for that. So this is done by finding the tokens, and here we are reading the list of words from the file. So it will find the keywords from all of the list of files, and it will suggest that particular keyword for the user. My second feature is regular expression. So in this file we are just finding the URLs which is present in the text file. So for that what we are doing is, first we are making the regular expression classes constructor. Here the constructor will be called, and after that what we are doing is we are reading the whole file line by line and storing it into the data here. So after that we have to find the URLs for that, and for that we are specifically checking that if the flag matches to the HTTP or HTTPS, then it will be in the URL list. Otherwise we will not include that in that file in the URL list. So these are my two features. Now I will show you the complete output of our project. So for that we are using search engine.java file. So first you can see that here in the main function src project and text location. So if I will show you that HTML files and this text folder is empty and HTML files folder is also empty. So first if I run this program, then it will give us the output like text files do not exist. Press Y to download that or convert that. So here it is showing that HTML files are also missing. So first it will download the HTML files, and after that it will convert those files into text files. So here we can see that it is downloading the HTML files here, and now the output, as we can see, downloading the web pages. So this is coded here. Yeah, here. So after downloading, it is showing that downloading is complete, and enter the search string. So if I search here Canada, then it will give me the number of occurrences of the string Canada in all the text files here. And after that it is asking that do you want to check the associated links. So if I press Y, then it will show me that these two links are present in the text files which we have saved recently. So this is the complete output of our file, and now my friend Hitan will conclude our project.
Thanks, Rutvik. Now, what we can do in the feature scope is like we can make a GUI. Now it's a console-based application, as you can see, but we can switch over on a GUI. Apart from that, we can use a database, and using database, we can do many things like auto-completing and suggesting a, and we can show most frequently searched query depends on inputs from user. It will be easy for user. At the end, these are the references which we use in our project. Thank you, Professor. If you have any query, contact us on these addresses.